It's not of the woman. And that account proves that. All right. So your mother has not, that X'd out your mother when it comes to your nationality. That's why when we be on the streets, we always ask, what's your father? And people get all dumbfounded, like they don't understand what we just said. Then when we tell them your mother has nothing to do with you being, there's no such thing as mixed races, or your mother has nothing to do with your nationality, people get offended. All right, but the scriptures say, blessed is he that is not offended in me. All right, and that me is talking about Yahushua, because the scriptures say he come in the volume of the book, and he is the truth, the way, and the life. All right. So if you don't want to deal with this, then that's you. You destined to get destroyed. But it's a fact. So 1 Corinthians 11:8, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. All right, let's prove that. Get Leviticus chapter 12, verse 1. All right. Now this is the laws dealing with childbirth. All right. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel. So the Lord is addressing the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed. All right. So let's look up the word conceive real quick in the etymology dictionary. Right? Because it's always good to find out the meaning of words, all right, and search things out. And also it says that, the Lord sent the prophets to feed his people with knowledge and understanding. All right. So the word knowledge means to know. All right. Alright, this is the online etymology dictionary. Alright, we're going to look at the word conceive. There it is, conceive. Make it big so you can see it. Alright, the word conceive. Alright. Conceive. Right, late 13th century, conceive, which means to take seed into the womb, become pregnant. Alright, that's what it means, to conceive. Who's conceiving? The female is conceiving what? The seed of man. Alright, that's how a woman is of man. Alright, but we're going to further prove it. Just want to get that. That's the word conceive. So back to Leviticus 12:1. Alright, we'll start at verse 2. It says, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed. Alright. Okay. Prove it with the scriptures that it's the seed of man. Alright. Leviticus 15:16. Alright. This is, if any man's seed of copulation goeth out from him, then he shall wash his flesh in water and be unclean unto the evening. Alright, and that seed of copulation is talking about when the man, when it go out from him, talking about his sperm, when he ejaculates, alright, or his sperm leaves his body. Alright, that he supposed to bathe himself. Alright, and the sperm is what? The seed. Okay, verse 17. And every garment and every skin whereon is the seed of copulation, alright, shall be washed with water and be unclean until the evening. Verse 18, Leviticus 15:18. The woman also with whom the man shall lie with seed of copulation, they shall both bathe themselves in water and be unclean until the evening. Alright. So what the scripture proves that what? That the seed comes from the man. Leviticus 15:32. It says, "This is the law of him that have an issue, and him whose seed goeth from him, and is defiled therewith." Alright, so that was the law, alright, referred to when a man's seed go from him. Alright, so we know it's the seed of man. So back to Leviticus chapter 12, verse 2. Alright, it says, "Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a man have conceived, Salakia, if a woman have conceived seed," alright, take seed into the womb, become pregnant, and and born a man child, which is a male, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of her separation, for her infirmity, she shall be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. Alright, talking about the male. Alright, and she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 days. So after she give birth, alright, and the child come out, and it be a man child, alright, from the father, that on the 8th day, the man or the boy supposed to be circumcised. Alright, and then after that, she continues 33 more days. Alright, and then she'll be considered clean from that infirmity. Alright, because she's separated because of her uncleanness. Alright, that's why they give a certain period of time that a woman supposed to refrain from having sex after she have given birth. Okay, and we had laws about that. Alright, she shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. And that's a cut on them churches that they like to say, "Oh, the temple of the Lord's in the house." But according to the scriptures, if a woman she gave birth, alright, she supposed to not come into the church. Or if she on her menstrual, her period, she ain't supposed to come amongst the sanctuary. So that's just a cut on them, you know, because the Lord, he don't dwell in temples made with hands. So that's just a cut on them. Alright, verse 5, it says, "But if she bear a maid child, which is a female child, alright, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood her purifying 66 days." Alright, so back to 1 Corinthians 11:8. "For the man is not of the woman, alright, but the woman is of the man." Alright, why? Because the man, through his seed, alright, which is his sperm, alright, can what? He carries both the X and Y chromosome. Alright, so he's the one that the father dictates not only the nationality of the child, alright, but also the gender of the child, if it will be male or female, not the mother. Alright, verse 9. Also, let me get some more precepts real quick before I prove that point. The Apocrypha, Slaki, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. It says, "I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man. And the pleasure that came was sleep." Alright, which thou be sex. And the seed of man is referring to what? His father's sperm. And in the womb, the baby is formed in the womb, and during a time period of life, which can range from 8 to 10 months in between that time. Alright, let's hop down to verse 5. Wisdom of Solomon 7:5. "For there is no king that hath any other beginning of birth, for all men have one entrance into life, and the light going out. And that entrance is what? the seed of man entering into the egg of the woman, which is in her womb, alright, being compacted in blood and fashioned, alright, and created within the time period of 8 to 10 months, and then he's brought forth, alright. Get that 1 Corinthians. Further prove that 1 Corinthians 15:38. Alright, it says, but God give it a body as it pleaseth him, and to every seed his own body. Okay? To every seed his own body. Alright? Let's look up that word seed in the Bible dictionary. I mean, not in the Bible dictionary, but in the blue letter. Alright, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 38. It says, but God give it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body. So let's look up that word seed. Right, in the Strong's Concordance. Let's look. Alright, seed. I'll let the guys say it.
Strong's G 4690, sperma. Sperma.
Sperma. Okay. Which means what? Let's get to the point. It says the semen virile, the production or product of the semen, seed, children, offspring, progeny, family, tribe, posterity. Alright. So from the man's seed, it brings forth what? Children, offspring, progeny, alright, families, tribes, posterity. Alright. So that word right there for seed is sperma. Alright. Which is where you get the word sperm from. Alright, so back to 1 Corinthians 15 and 38, it says, but God give it a body as it hath pleased him, to every seed, right, to every sperm, his own body. So it says all flesh is not the same, but there is one kind of flesh of man. So from the man's seed, alright, he can reproduce and bring forth what? More of his kind, alright, whatever type of man it is. Right, with the aid of the female. It says another flesh of beasts, same with the animals. Alright. Another of fishes and another of birds. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. Celestial is referring to the bodies or the angels' bodies or spiritual bodies, okay? And the bodies terrestrial is talking about your body that you're in now. It's made of flesh, because the word terrestrial comes from the word terrain, which means of the earth. But the glory of the terrestrial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Alright. Alright, so now let's go back to 1 Corinthians. So 1 Corinthians 11 and 8, it says, for the man is not of the woman. Alright, we prove that. But the woman of the man. Why? Because the man can both produce from his seed, alright, a man child or a female child, or a maiden child, which is a female child or daughter. It says neither, verse 9, neither was the man created for the woman,